My underwear had flamingos on them.
I'm the one who says things.
Pam's not very loud.
You're louder than
You know
Pam.
what? I'm going to take you out in the fucking front yard, and I'm going to fucking take you down, because I'm tired of this fucking conversation. I'm done with it.
I love you. All right, just give me that.
There's headphones for everybody.
I brought you a beer.
All right, we're done. I thank you. Thank you.
I think you should put that whole thing in the podcast.
We are recording right now.
Shit.
So are you starting right now?
We can just let it go.
I gotta take my earrings out.
Okay.
Cause that, do you have earrings in? Cause that drives me crazy.
I don't.
Like
haven't had
post,
one
like
since
stab in my head.
2003.
An earring? Or
I haven't been
headphone?
cool since 2003.
Oh. I don't know.
This is the podcast. It's recording. I'm just going to let it go.
And now I forget.
Piper
like,
has the best stuff ever.
Oh, I know. She has all the cool things.
Where's the
I left it right there. It was over there.
you.
Piper took it tonight. Where's the squishy one with the balls in it? Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Squeeze
it's
it.
me.
Squeeze it hard.
So in 2003, there was a correct ear to have an earring.
Wasn't that weird?
Right is wrong. Correct?
And
Yeah.
Left is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, left was straight, but if you had an earring in the right side,
but it turns out, like, who knows now?
it turns out it doesn't matter what ear you have pierced. Doesn't determine your sexuality.
No.
Weird. So this...
I have both my
Everybody can
ears.
hear the dogs.
No,
eating
if
their
you're-
food in the back room. You can
They're
hear
right.
the dogs
It's all
wolfing
good.
down their food.
Hey, we have dogs.
Sorry.
So this whole night started out.
Oh God! Come on.
This isn't about you.
Okay.
It's not always about you. This whole night started out. Chris brought his truck over to my shop to drop off because he needs some tires changed, and then we decided, because as long as they're there, let's have some beers.
Perfect.
For sober October.
It's not October yet, and I'm also rethinking the sober October.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm gonna. It's like a whole month.
No.
But, well, Chris and Kristi were there.
Have you properly introduced our guests?
I'm gonna write their names on things.
Okay.
It doesn't have to.
Because
Chris and Kristi and
God,
Pam
it's just me.
and Piper's over there.
I hear pipes.
So Chris and Kristi got a glimpse into my daily life. So it's almost the very end of the day. We usually close at 4:00, and at 3:57, the phone rings, and so Taylor turns around to pick it up. She answers the phone, and I could tell from the number I had talked to that person earlier in the day, but they didn't order anything. But they just had moments before. So they call, and
It
they're
was
like,
1 minute before.
and she's like, hello? And he's like, I ordered some stuff. I'm just calling to see when it's going to ship out. So she's looking, and I see her pull it up on her computer. It's like an order from seconds ago. And she's like, it went through. And then it's quiet. She's like, well, it's going to take like a day before it ships, because it's the end of the day, and you just fucking ordered a second ago.
She didn't say that.
And
No, but she was thinking that.
so she hangs up the phone, and then my cell phone goes, ding, you have a sale. So this guy called our shop faster than the notification made it to my cell phone. We got a sale.
Maybe he was.
And he's like, so is this shipped yet? Dude, the interwebs doesn't even know you made an order yet.
Dad, what happens if he's listening to this?
I don't care. Maybe he learns to be a better person.
Okay.
Is this shipped yet? Give it 30 seconds.
So, oh my God. And if you were calling to see, like, did it go through? We get that call all the time. Hey, I ordered. I'm not sure if this went through. You'd be like, yes. Yeah, it went through, or no, it didn't. Because sometimes it doesn't.
This guy wanted to know when it was shipping.
Is it shipped yet?
Maybe he was just double checking.
I don't know if you understand, like, the technology or the length of time to put things in boxes. But it takes more than 3 seconds.
Pam, honest to God, it was, she just pulled, he said the guy didn't order anything this morning.
He called me this morning and said, is this stuff available? And I'm like, yeah. And I saw the name when she pulled it up on her computer. I'm like, he didn't, oh, yeah, he just ordered a second ago.
And she said it was 1 minute ago.
So on the flip side of all this, one of my really good customers ordered some parts like 3-4 weeks ago. And we ordered them through a distributor who got them from a manufacturer who was going to send them directly to the customer. And they're notoriously bad for giving the tracking number. So sometimes the people get the parts and you get the tracking number like
3 days later.
Yeah. So the guy calls me up last week and he says, hey, it's been a couple weeks. I haven't got these parts. Do you know where they are? So I look and there's no tracking number. So I tell him they're notoriously bad for sending the tracking number. So he calls up today and he's like, hey, I said, but they told me they're on the way. And he's like, all right, cool. I should see him next week. I'm like, yeah, you should see him next week. So today he calls me up and he's like, for something else. And he's like, oh, by the way, I haven't seen that package from last week. Do you have a tracking number on it? I'm like, I look, there's no tracking number in the system. So I'm like, I'll tell you what, I will get Taylor to pit bull this thing. She'll figure out where they are and find out. So half an hour later, she sends me a message. She's like, so turns out these aren't going to ship till November 6th. They're on back order. And I was like, they told me they shipped last week. So I'm like, just cancel it. I'll get them from somewhere else and we'll get it. And then just a few minutes ago, I got an email. So she puts in a cancellation request. And here's the email I just got.
Oh, no.
Good day.
You're like, probably not.
Who starts off their conversation with, good day?
Somebody from Nigeria.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to cancel this order as it is already shipped out. Let me know how you would like to proceed.
November? And then it already shipped out?
So how do you go from, it's going to be like 2 months from now to...
Yeah.
What is that noise? You dogs have to lay down. But that's every day. And you're just like...
I know, I was like, oh my God.
Just a small day.
So honest to God,
A small bit of the day.
the last few weeks we've had shipments turn up missing from FedEx. Like,
FedEx. So from what? All right.
Well, here.
I
We
know.
got to do
Let me
something
say
with the
one
dogs.
thing.
It's so loud.
Oh my
People
God.
can also just like they can also mix up packages. I've known that.
I get that. But
And-
they've lost packages.
So that's what happened. So me and my mom ordered something from Amazon like a year ago, and
Did it just
we
show
ordered
up?
something from like Amazon a year ago, and it showed up just like a week ago. But it said the package was lost. So I'm assuming if you guys lost one,
Pops, go lay down.
I'm gonna assume that if you guys lost one, it's probably gonna show up a year later, and you're gonna be like, "Huh, did
So
someone
I
order
feel like
this
I
for me?"
can't hear anything because I don't
Oh,
hear
the
the
dogs.
pups.
Oh, really?
Which one are you?
Well, the weird part
Oh wait,
is
now I got it.
they canceled the order.
Do we?
So I never thought it would show up. And then I get a thing, I go and get the mail because it came postal instead of here. And it was that thing.
Oh, that one.
I was like, oh, what? Oh, they
So-
canceled it and it still came. But I didn't get refunded, so that must be why.
All right, so here's the other thing, John.
All right.
Okay.
Piper wants some headphones. Here, carry on. Use mine.
Okay.
And I'll go out and get another set.
So what's funny to me is like, when that happens, what happens to your account? Was it already charged and it
Yeah.
shows up?
It was because supposedly Amazon's policy is you don't get charged until it
Ships.
But I got charged for it. But then there was this weird thing saying that it was lost. You can get a refund. Well, I forgot. It was like $10.
Right. So
I forgot.
the next thing is, I keep hearing that there's these ships that are circling our ports, and they can't get in because there's so many containers to be unloaded. Did you see that on the news?
Yes.
Okay, so
Chris.
I don't watch the news. I only watch CNN 10. We watched in class.
you don't see all the ships circling our ports
Close
trying
the
to
door
get
and
in?
Open it from the
Nope.
front.
Yeah, close the door and open it from the front.
Push the button.
Push the button. There you go. This is technology.
Who needs one?
No, so like the
I wanna
whole
do
thing,
this
everybody
first.
keeps saying there's going to be a
John,
shortage
No,
because
I'm good.
there's no laborers to unload these containers
I
that
know.
are coming in.
Okay. There was a splitter Y thing.
Oh, God.
It was just right here.
Do you want mine?
No.
Because I'm usually
Keep
good
talking,
without
There's
them.
going to be a shortage.
Hey, do you guys like flamingos?
Splitter shortage.
I do.
Random.
My
Yeah.
underwear had flamingos on them yesterday.
I have a baby flamingo sitting right here on the table that was on my backpack. And I also have a bigger version of it.
Uh-huh.
And they both have matching necklaces. I got it in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
So were the other keychains, as you can hear rattling in the back.
Speaking of technology, that fridge is cool.
You like
Yeah.
that?
But
That's
it
why I
doesn't
like
have
that.
it doesn't have one of the screens on it. It doesn't have the screen
won't.
where you can like tap
Yeah,
and
and this is what she wants.
I do.
She wants to be able to see through there.
Yes, I just want to be able to
I
see
don't,
it.
because mine's always a mess. So I didn't
But
want to
if
see
all
inside.
beer's in there, I'd like
Well,
to see
it's
that.
not all beers.
I think
there,
she
but-
wants to be able to press a button and it'll just open up and
Like a
deliver a
dispenser.
beer for
Yeah,
her.
that'd
No,
be cool.
like-
You got to trade me headphones back.
That was me, John.
I know. I'm plugging it back in.
So I was reaching in the little cubby, like
I know. Well, you,
with
which you
the
can't
actual
do that
door
way.
open.
You can't do that way.
I know, but my hands are.
Kristi,
But
can
it's
you
so
get
much
a
easier
large.
to go from the front, and then it's all open.
Yeah, that was so much easier.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got my own headphones.
Nice.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
1, 2, 3.
I like how the flower is right on your position too.
So, John,
So
All-
before
listen.
we wait,
Okay.
before we move off shipping and work, this is a
That's
package that I had to deal with last weekend when I ordered a part for a customer, and it ships out of the state of Washington, and it was just going to basically Jamestown, New York, and normally it's like 3-4 days FedEx. That's all the longer it takes.
Really?
So, and I tell him this, I'm like, usually it's 3-4 days, but don't count on it. So a week and a half later, he calls me up. He's like, hey, I haven't seen this part. Do you know where it is? So I look, and the tracking says, I don't know what happened, but it says it's going to be delivered Wednesday. And he calls me on Friday of last week, and he's like, hey, I still haven't got the part.
Yeah.
So I pulled the tracking number up, and it went from Washington. Wait.
Oh, no.
It went from Washington to Oregon to another place in Oregon to Utah to New Mexico to Texas to another place in Texas back to Oregon
What?
to Utah to Nebraska to Illinois to Ohio to Pennsylvania to New York State.
Oh,
I'm like, what?
It's pretty efficient.
What?
so we've had 2 packages of like our purchased material end up missing. So we reorder it from, but both of them have been FedEx.
I feel like FedEx is dropping the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
because
having some issues.
Yeah.
And then
And
they
it's-
said tonight on the news the rates are going up and everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, we
I
quit
prefer Amazon.
accepting deliveries from FedEx at our facility.
No, they quit delivering.
They quit delivering
to your facility.
Correct.
Well, I heard there was a
Why?
bunch of like FedEx strikes and stuff, like drivers and whole like fulfillment
Well, that
centers
would
and
probably
stuff were just like,
explain.
I think that is what's going on. Like you can't get the.
What happened?
carry on.
What happened?
I don't know. Did you just spit your beer on?
I didn't. I made a noise, and then that made her laugh, and then I spit my beer out.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so what is going on with the infrastructure
What?
of FedEx?
How do you say it?
All
Infrastructure.
right. So
There's
wait,
too many beers going on.
John. Listen, honest to God.
Can I pick the next topic?
Sure.
Sure, but hang on. So the ships circling our ports.
Right.
Have you seen it on
Yes,
the news?
it's bananas.
Like it's kind of nuts to me.
But there's not enough people to unload.
Unload
them.
them.
There's not enough trucks to carry the stuff.
No. No,
But it's not free to just have ships.
they're gonna run out of fuel.
Well, there's people on them, so it's like, do they
They're
just
gonna
run them out food and stuff?
I
Like,
don't
have so many
know.
questions.
Me too.
I feel like there should be a rockumentary about this.
Yes.
Piper, what's the next
All
topic?
right.
School.
School.
Oh.
Why? What's going on at school?
We only get 30 minutes to eat lunch.
That seems reasonable.
No, it doesn't.
But it isn't.
So 30 minutes. What did we get? Did we get like an hour?
I thought we got 30 minutes.
45
we got
minutes?
a half an hour.
But you
Couldn't
didn't have
remember.
to grab your food and go to another area other than
we
the
can't eat in
cafeteria.
the cafeteria. We
So
have
we're-
to go to the LGI.
So how long does that take?
Well, to wait for your food, depending on where you are, if you're first class to get there, probably 5 minutes. Second class, 7. I don't know.
And then the
it
next
takes-
is 10.
So how
right?
long do you actually have to eat your food?
Like roughly 15 or 20 minutes.
Well, that seems reasonable.
No, it does not.
So what you're saying is you don't have enough time to eat all your food.
And then we laugh. We literally look at each other, laugh, and then we can't eat our lunch.
And then you have to throw your food away?
Well, they kind of like make you so that way you can go back up to class.
That doesn't sound good.
And also, I don't like how they blocked off the intersection because we have to go a whole different route
Hmm.
to get to home.
But when they get all done, the water is going to be better. We'll have new water lines. So that's good.
She don't care about the
Do you have
water
any other
lines.
Do you have any other complaints?
Lunch.
Because we were having a one-on-one interview tonight, off the record, with a school board member about all these very topics.
Well, we don't get enough time for recess either.
Yeah.
It's also 30 minutes, and we don't have enough time to play a whole kickball game.
How many innings do you get in?
I don't know, just as many as we can fit in. But we want a longer kickball game because it takes a long time for all of the classes to get out, pretty much like lunch. And
Have you
then
ever thought about striking?
I might like get kicked out of school if I do that.
Yeah, you'd just be walking around outside and you'd just be like, kick the administration to the curb unless they let us kickball longer at recess or something. I don't know. That's a pretty big sign.
Well, there's this thing we do in our classes called Superstar Squares, where a couple of them have classes, like it has class on it,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes we get class rewards and we get to go outside for extra recess during that time.
So, how long is a regular class? Just your favorite class, math. How long is
No,
that?
it's reading.
Okay. How long is reading? Is that an hour long?
I have to go into a different class for about an hour and a half.
That's because you can't read good.
All right.
You
So,
wanna go?
hey, bro.
I read. I'm in 4th grade and I read like
Hey, beer
I
guys.
6th or 7th level.
You
So-
do?
What I'm trying to
Breakfast?
figure out is, so just a normal class, how long is it?
She just said
Is it an
and a
hour,
half.
45 minutes?
I think it's an hour.
Depending on what time it is of the day. When we first get into class, it's like about an hour before we go to reading class. Then in math class, it's like maybe an hour and a half. I don't know.
So,
So tomorrow, take your timer
Okay.
Honest,
And-
because I'm curious.
Yeah, time of class.
Is
and
a
then
class
time recess.
less than recess or less than lunch?
Oh yeah.
That's what we need to find out.
Because last I knew, a class
Are you
is a
turning me
class,
down?
and it should be the same amount of time.
Yeah.
I'll never forget today, only because this morning when me and one of my friends we finished our morning work, he got onto Gucci.com for some reason.
What the heck is that?
On what?
And he looked at these watches.
How would he get on Gucci.com? Was he using a school computer?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not blocked.
Okay.
All right then.
What kind of stuff did you guys try and look at that's blocked?
No. Well, no. We only we looked at the watches on Gucci, and Gucci only has watches that you can't even tell the time on, and they're like $4,000.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
And we were just
Did she say only
dumb.
$4,000?
Only $4,000.
Well, $4,000.
So, is this your boyfriend that you're looking at the Gucci watches with?
Wait,
No.
can I have initials? I?
No.
Was that
No.
No.
We don't
It's
have
not a
boyfriends, Dad.
boyfriend.
But was it I?
No.
Is it a crush?
I's not even in my class.
Was it C?
We don't have boyfriends.
No.
So, how about when we were in Myrtle Beach, we went into Dick's Last Resort. And,
One of my favorite places.
and the waitress sat down and pulled up, after like roughly 3 questions, pulled up Piper's crush on her phone. A complete stranger. And I'm like, well, this is scary.
She probably went home and told her mom, "Hey, I found a kid's cruch on Facebook.
Right.
I found a kid's crush on Facebook today."
What was your favorite part about that place?
My hat.
Yes. Princess Pain in the Ass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Here, I'll.
Imagine that.
You still have it?
Yes.
We saved it. We didn't save Dad's. It was a little more,
You should have.
A little more risque.
and a little
God, that
less
place is
spot on.
I don't remember what it said.
It said UPS couldn't
Can
even
you find your package?
Oh.
We all know but you. Princess Pain in the Ass.
Awesome.
Wait,
We saved
that's
it.
going to be the cover photo for the... Come here. Go back over there. Oh, wait. That laundry guy got captured, it just said on my phone before.
Oh, really?
Oh, did he?
Who cares?
Dog the
And
Bounty
he's
Hunter?
still alive.
Was it
That'd be
Dog the Bounty
hilarious.
Hunter?
Dude, if Dog the Bounty Hunter catches him,
He had some major leads.
we live in the craziest time.
So that was the cat that was missing.
Yeah. That killed his girlfriend.
Allegedly.
Killed his girlfriend, John.
Okay.
Allegedly.
So, yeah, it was really weird.
So anyway, he killed his girlfriend. So yeah, it was weird.
So yeah, we all have struggles, you know.
Things.
Somebody wrote Princess Pain in the Ass on a hat of mine. So I can feel their pain, you know? Shit.
So Piper, honest to God, there's a crown on my hutch in my office, and it says Princess, but somebody put a post-it that says Pain in the Ass.
Oh, nice.
So, you might be a pain in the ass, but apparently
on.
so am I.
But, while we were at the beach, we also went to this one store in particular.
I know where she's going.
What was the name of the store?
Oh no.
You say it.
No, you say it.
No, you.
The candy place?
No.
Applebee's?
Kate Dolphin.
Wait, what?
It was the what?
I can't
Why is
hear
it
it.
so funny?
She's afraid she'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
What?
The gay dolphin.
The
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
you know that the word gay means used
Happy.
to mean happy before it got hijacked.
Yeah. That's
So
what it's supposed
I
to mean.
think they're trying to say
We think.
the happy dolphin.
Yeah.
I don't think there was
But
like
that was
2
before.
boy dolphins on the sign.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was before Piper, though.
Right.
So we're
Gay
on,
has been
we're
gay
On
for
the
Piper.
giant. We're on the giant Ferris wheel
It's
thing.
the G of LGBTQSR.
The G.
Z 12.
Wait, so when we were on the sky wheel, I spotted it, and I just pointed to it, and my dad was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Are you blind?"
No, that's not what I said. Then you're like the gay dolphin. Can we go to the gay dolphin? I'm like, of course we can. And it's in the top of like my mind. I'm going through all the things it could be, and I didn't think the worst knick-knack store I've ever seen in my entire life was it.
And they had this whole wall of name license plate, literally like every name in the world, and my name wasn't even on there. I can never find anything with my name on it.
Like when we rolled in the front of the place, I was expecting to see like leather dudes in leather pants, and just
Oh, stereotyper.
and flashing lights and like
Come on.
dancing. And we walked in, and there's just like glass dolphins and old
Oh,
people and shit. And I'm
yeah.
like, shoo.
Thank goodness.
But also it didn't have a cover charge, so I knew it wasn't gonna be that good. Anywhere down there, like we couldn't even go look at fish without
Yeah,
them being
no.
like, we're gonna need 25 a piece from you guys.
All right. On that note, Pumpkinville.
I heard it's gotten outrageous.
We haven't been there in 1,000 years.
All
We
right.
went once.
So I have grandbabies that like $27 a person.
What?
Even for the kids?
Yes.
What?
20. Yeah, it was.
To do what?
To go
To
through
go
Because
Look
once
at-
you get in there, you
walk
have to
through-
pay for the
Topic
food and
about
the
walk
drinks
through
and
the
everything.
maze and
Oh my gosh.
That seems a bit much.
We also went to this. We also went
25,
to
I
this
think it was.
aquarium.
I thought the
And-
aquarium was pretty cool.
Yeah, and we got to see these jellyfish.
The jellyfish.
Yeah, and then we got to see big dolphins.
Did you?
Yeah,
In the
and-
aquarium?
Wait, no, not dolphins. I meant sharks. And then when we walked along the
It is pretty cool. You can go underneath the tanks
What's
and
it-
then swim over your head.
what's it called? The thing where we saw the baby sharks. You could look over the edge and you saw the baby sharks.
That was the pier.
Pier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
That was
when
at the-
Which
at
was
there's
the
a-
roughly
aquarium.
as far out as she was swimming earlier that day.
the band
and
were
that upset me.
Yeah.
the band were there's a band, and I got to look over the edge and I saw like a bunch of baby sharks just like wee.
So were you in South Myrtle Beach?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the party spot. So when I was there, I stayed in North.
Oh.
Piper and I were in North
We were
Myrtle
like
Beach
as far south as you could go.
Yeah.
when we went up to the sky wheel. Eesh. The hotels along North Myrtle Beach,
Oh no.
a little rough.
Yep.
So
You could say that twice.
Mine was super perfect.
Well, you were-
like I had a condo.
yeah, I was gonna say you probably had a condo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the houses or not the houses, the hotels.
Hotel type things.
Oof.
Ah, yeah.
Piper and I saw this woman who is
Chicken.
definitely under the influence of something.
Oh.
Just staggering out into the traffic
Oh
and then
no.
staggering back through traffic for the half hour we were
She was
lost
like-
trying
she
to
was
find a
like-
parking lot.
We were trying to find a parking lot to like walk the streets and find stores and stuff because we had nothing to do on the last day, so we decided to go check stuff out. And there was just this lady. She was just like, she walked out in front of the car. She walked out at us in front of us the first time.
Mhm.
She was wearing high heels and she was just
She looked like she'd been up for like 32 hours straight.
literally looking. She was like lost. We would go around
That's
to
more
a
like
different
60
route. We'd
hours
see
straight.
her.
So she
We'd go to a route. We'd see her. We'd go to
So
a
when
different route.
we
we'd
pull
see
up to
her.
the 4-way intersection, like we're pulling up like this, and on the left-hand corner, she's crossing the street, and we're like, what the? Because she's walking all staggered, and
We're so
We lost
So-
focus, everyone. Straighten up.
We did. All right. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Go ahead.
Carry on.
I don't even know if I
So
want
you
to tell the
walked
rest of the
up-
story.
No, tell it. They need to know.
Bro.
Just provide
let
sound
it go,
effects.
bro.
So she staggers. So we're sitting at like we come down straight to the intersection. She's over on the opposite left-hand corner. Staggers across the street. And, like, I missed my turn to go. Because we're just watching this woman, like, what is going on? So she makes it over to the left-hand corner by us. And then she staggers over in front of us. And we're like, is this woman okay?
And then she walked back towards the beach, which I'm assuming she was probably lost. She went to go find her boyfriend, who left her for
lost.
The boys. And then she got
lost.
What? She had too many drinks.
He left her for the what?
The boys. And then she had too many drinks, got lost, and then lost her mind.
True. So
Or someone just went in there and just grabbed her brain and just threw it.
We're driving up down the North Myrtle Beach, whatever that road is.
Like the Strip.
And we saw her cross the road, not in a crosswalk or waiting for traffic, at least 4 more times.
Yeah, and
We're
she had high heels on.
There's that lady again.
She's high heels on.
She's wearing high heels. She'd probably be pretty if she got a shower.
Listen, here, let me put it this way.
No. It's the heels that made her crazy.
Okay. So
Nobody wants to walk in that shit.
She had a dress on,
like
and
a
it was
red
like,
miniskirt.
It was
the
like,
heels that made her crazy.
It was low cut, yeah.
Yeah, but luckily she had a bra on.
And we could see almost all of her bra.
Yeah, like it was like she.
No wonder they saw her.
She was a hot. No.
When she walked across the street.
She was just a straight hot mess.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was our Myrtle Beach story.
No.
That
You
was-
still have more.
You didn't
That
bring
was-
her home.
That
and
was
offer
Dad
her
and Daughter
shelter?
Day.
Also, there was more. So
There was more.
when we were at the aquarium,
Oh no, I know what you're saying.
we went up
Pam's
to
gonna have to make that noise again.
we went up to the food place, and we got some food and we sat down.
But
But
before that,
we were walking up the stairs, and the stairs went
Pam.
no, but they also went.
The stairs?
Yeah. So we start to go up the stairs, and there's these little kids. They're like messing around on the stairs, and I'm looking at them like, what are these kids doing?
My dad thought one of them puked.
So as soon as you'd step on the stair, it'd go.
Oh.
Every stair would make like a fart noise. So the first one I stepped
We
on,
need those in our house.
this little kid's laughing his ass like, and he falls on the back of my legs, and I'm like, oh, that kid just threw up. I didn't realize what was going on. Like, this kid just puked on my leg. So,
But then my dad realized that it was just the stairs making the sense. But then we walked up there, we got our food, and we sat to the closest table by the stairs
course
and
we did.
watched the people come up the
We
stairs
went up-
and die.
we went up there and got like a $300 pretzel
Yeah.
and a $175 glass
Drink.
of Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just sat there and listened to people walk on the stairs that made fart noises.
Why can't even tell the story?
We laughed pretty hard.
We need that on our home stairs.
Yes.
And Piper got to meet a mermaid.
She doesn't have a whole lot to say about that.
No, she liked the
Wasn't
farting
that
stairs
cool?
better.
Yeah.
She had a whole
Farting
conversation.
stairs
So
trumps
Piper's
Ariel.
having a whole conversation with the mermaid, and she's asking her like, "How do you poop?" And like,
No, I didn't.
You were thinking it.
I did not say it though.
So-
Right?
and I'm over standing with the photographer who's like, "I can take a picture of your kid. It'll be like $62." I'm like, "No."
I'll take a picture. Of my
She
kid,
has some
thank you.
questions she wants to ask. I don't know how much that costs, but that's it.
It cost $72, sir.
So what questions did you ask that mermaid? Because you asked her some good questions.
I asked, "Do you know how to communicate with the sharks?"
And she said
yes. I said, "Do you know how to turn to human when you get onto sand?" Yes.
Then why wasn't she human then?
Ba 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 ba. Because she wasn't on
Spoiler alert.
sand.
Oh.
Duh. Duh.
Okay.
Kristi, you're gonna die.
You guys are gonna make me.
I gonna work extra hard at this?
Who cares?
No,
Like,
wait.
I
Who
know.
cares? Right.
Listen,
This is life. This is who we are.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
I did just totally bonk my beer
So-
off
Hey,
my microphone.
every
I've been-
time we set our beers down, can you hear the, like,
I've been
spring
resisting the urge
noise?
to buy. Don't do that. Somebody in their car is like, "Fuck."
No,
I've been resisting the
think you
urge to
think
buy
that.
new booms and new mics because we don't have to listen to.
No, that's.
I just did that, and I got that.
Yeah, no.
Mine's a bass.
All right.
Wait,
Oh my
mine's
gosh.
a bass. Listen.
We
All
could
right,
start a
everybody-
band.
Wait,
We could
John,
do
do yours. Kristi, do yours. Here's mine. I'm the bass.
Wait,
baby.
I want to do mine
ready?
better.
All right,
Wait,
all right, all right.
we can have a band. Wait.
Everybody, one at a time.
All right.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay.
One at a
Alright,
time.
ready?
Piper. Kristi.
Hers. Hers is super deep.
I feel like this is gonna be another podcast that we're gonna have to burn.
So I'm gonna be like, every time. Wait, listen. So every time you say something like gloomy and doomy,
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
be like, boom.
like, John's getting serious now.
All right.
Oh my god, that was fun though.
Nobody wants to listen to the musical stylings.
That's so funny. It's like high, middle, low.
Yes.
I have a funny thing.
All right.
So last night, Pam and I did a podcast. I had to bury it because it just wasn't that good. We didn't even realize the springs made noises last night. But Pam, all right.
Wait.
All right.
Pam has watched a documentary that she's really liking to talk about.
Oh,
Is it Jailbirds?
yes.
Okay, so that's my new one.
There isn't any, John. So Jailbirds. It is. No, we can't stop.
All right.
Jailbirds. Jailbirds. It is a documentary about the one I watched was chicks in prison, and my takeaway from it, like it talks about all the reasons that they're in there, but my takeaway from it was the toilet talking. Was that
What?
I've done some
so
toilet
they're
talking
metal
before.
so they're metal toilets that they have in their cells. They
Like stainless steel.
yes,
things.
the
Yeah.
things with there's barely a tank on the back kind of thing. So they do something like with their
Pillow.
pillow that like makes
We
all the
already know
water
this.
get out of it.
Yeah, that thing it absorbs the water.
No, like they're
They splash it all out.
they're hopping up and down on it to get it
So
to
they're
like
making it
suck
do like
the
a
water.
plunger. or
You
something?
gotta it's like almost
What?
like a plunger kind of thing. It
Wait,
sucks
it
all
gets
the water out.
it gets weirder and messes
So
with your
then-
brain.
They save up their toilet paper tubes and tape them together, or a couple of them were advanced and had paper towel tubes taped together. So they jam the end of it down in the hole of the toilet, and they can talk to whoever can
Other
hear
people and other
Through the
cells.
toilet.
So every
Yes,
other cell has their toilet pumped out too, so they can hear if somebody talks. So they jam their shit down in there and they talk and then hurry up and listen to hear if somebody talks back to them. So they would literally, they'd be, the camera would like pan back and there would be like this chick in this cell and then it skips this one and this one over here and they're both stuffed down into their toilet talking shit to each other. But also even more funny was this chick right here on the girls' row was talking to a dude down below, and it's her boyfriend.
What?
But she's
And
never
there's
met
like
him.
a level
Oh.
of guys.
Yeah.
A guy prisoner.
But she's never met him, and she's in love with him, and she's going to marry him when
Oh.
she gets out because she stuffs her toilet paper tube through the toilet and talks to him.
I would call it a toilet talkie.
So then they pull. So then
Instead of a walkie-talkie?
every time they are done talking, they'll pull it out, wipe it with their hand, and set it off to the side. And I'm like, how many times do they grab the wrong end and stick in there
right to their mouth.
to talk?
How-
It was the craziest thing.
No offense.
So
but
how
that's
did
my
they
best friend.
know to communicate with one
That's
another?
exactly
To be
what I
confused
said to
with
John.
Tubby
Like,
time.
who figured this out to
Like-
begin with?
Speaking of that, I was just gonna go take a
So how would it be? My
just made a
pen
noise.
pal below
Piper?
or whatnot.
You better not be put in the toilet. You better not be putting a pillow in the toilet and then like trying to talk to the neighbors.
Yeah, you have to watch it. It's
See, what I don't understand about that is I finally got some room over here. But
I'm gonna do it the whole time now. I'm sorry.
what I don't understand about that is, isn't there water in the lines?
So that's what I was thinking. Like, there's no P trap type thing. In
You would
toilet?
think.
I don't know because they're like those super flush ones, so it
They're
does,
power
does it
flush,
completely
but-
evacuate?
What keeps the smell from coming back through?
Well, and
But-
also like what?
Does it matter if it smells?
It's a
Do,
prison.
do all the lines just super drain down to like the bottom or something? So they're empty?
It's
'Cause
a
you-
prison.
Because it would sound like blah, 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 blah. They're talking through water, you'd think, or turds, and whatever else is in there.
Interesting.
I think she's making up stories.
Maybe.
No, I'm gonna watch it now.
Dude,
Have you?
so you guys watched The Cocaine Cowboys?
Yes.
Yes.
What the fuck?
We watched that the night
This
you
is-
guys were blowing up our phone because we weren't at camp on Friday night.
Just nut shit.
How does that even happen? And then my favorite is the dark-haired chick who's like, well,
Marianne.
when they were in prison and I was handling the affairs, they get out, and he was all mad at me because I spent money. I mean, I only spent a couple $1 million over the course of 7 months. They wouldn't even miss it. I'm like, what? On what?
And she's known this guy since childhood.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
like
So,
school friends or whatever.
Yeah. Childhood sweethearts, I think.
How do you like spend $2 million over? And she doesn't have anything to show for it. It wasn't even like I have
No.
a yacht or
No,
I have a
nothing.
Lamborghini. She's just living life.
I think
No.
she was.
no, and in the end, the only thing that she did was sell him out
Yeah.
and protect her life.
And then my favorite thing is she's laughing through the whole
Yes,
thing. She's
the
like,
whole entire thing.
"Ah."
And she said
Screw these guys.
during the trial, she's like, I figured that was the last time I would see him.
Yeah, whatever. And then she
oh my
becomes a
gosh.
paralegal,
Yeah.
so she can go in and be like a lawyer.
Yes.
And then she's like, and there's this one spot in the meeting room where the cameras couldn't see, so you'd get up against this wall, and we get it on. But it was only like for 30 seconds. It's not a big deal.
Yes.
Happy to do it for
I mean,
$2 million.
She was nuts, dude. She's nuts.
I loved her. I loved her.
But she was nuts. Do you agree?
True, I agree.
Nuts.
I fucking agree.
I fucking agree.
But what I listened to the dude that made the documentary. He was talking about all the stories that he has from them, from that era and stuff. And he said that like everybody knew somebody that was in the drug
Yes.
trade, and like a regular dude that's a janitor would go once a month. Like his buddy would be like, "Hey," it'd be like you guys. It'd be like, "Hey, Chris, what are you doing next weekend?" Like, I don't know what. Hey, next Saturday morning, I'll pick you up at 8:00. We have to go to the airport. We have to unload a plane load of coke. And you'll be back by noon. I'll buy you lunch, get a burger, whatever, and I'll pay you $25,000.
Be like, pick me.
Fuck yeah, you're like,
Pick me.
okay. So there's like dudes that are like janitors at fucking factory or something. Back in the
That was
back
a good
in the
one.
70s and 80s that are making like $25,000 a year. And these motherfuckers are going once a
the
month,
weekends,
just
yeah.
4 hours a day on the weekends, and they're bringing home $250,000-300,000 a year, Johnny Cash, and they're buying the most ridiculous shit.
Like, pick me because
Yeah,
I'm
like,
doing
who-
illegal shit.
Who wouldn't do that?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think I would kind
And
of
then
keep
you-
on the DL.
But they rationalized
But
it like I'm not.
These
self-
guys, yeah, the janitors and such who are making that money.
Oh my God.
They're on such a down low of it all.
That-
Like,
and it-
Nobody
Sal and
gives
the
a
other
shit
dude,
about them.
they didn't have jobs forever.
No. They had all
They're-
this money. They're
they're-
on ESPN.
Yeah, they're
Racing
my,
boats.
yeah,
This is the
mine
nicest
these,
shit
like,
ever. What
the
ridiculous
hell?
boats.
Right.
It's like, come on.
It is so crazy. I love that.
And they got away with it for so long.
Forever.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
it
was
almost-
like 25 years later.
It
and-
was. It almost
Finally.
made like when you thought about it, like they were in their 40s and 50s. Well, excuse me.
And it started when they were 18, 19 years old.
But when shit started to go sideways, they were like 45,
yes.
50, 55, 60. And you're like, are you going to trade like your shitty 60s and 80s for
crazy, yes.
20 to 45 years
Absolutely.
of batshit nutty?
Yes.
Like,
Who wouldn't?
seems like a pretty fair trade.
Yes.
And so, also, was it Sal who went crazy? Like, he was the one that started ordering hits
Yeah.
to, like, kill
Yeah.
people.
But at some
So-
point, you'd think you'd have to get to that point where, like, fuck, that guy
But-
knows all my shit.
Yeah.
But
he
if-
owes me a lot
If
of
that
money.
son of a bitch didn't do that,
They probably would have gotten away with it.
do you think they would be in jail right now? Like,
Well, if they didn't, so if you watch it, if they didn't whack that lawyer,
Yes.
they would have probably been fucked
Yes.
decade before they
Yeah.
actually were. So,
so it could have went.
I mean, at the end of the day, prioritize. All right, Pam's back. We can't talk about this because she hasn't seen it.
You haven't
Seen what?
watched it?
Pam's back.
Cocaine
Seen what?
Cowboys?
It's so loud.
It was so loud. I love it.
No, I haven't watched that yet.
It's Pam's new cue.
Every time I enter a room, dun dun dun.
Yours is lame compared to
You
hers.
got nothing.
I feel like I'm like a dude on a beach somewhere just.
Is that a ukulele?
When you listen back to this, you're gonna be like, I hate everything
All
about
right,
this.
so
I don't.
are you guys
Should we be professional?
about what?
What we're talking about?
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Cocaine Cowboys?
Christy,
know
don't
what's
tell us
happening.
about your time in the cartel.
Wait, what's
I was going to shift gears a little bit.
All right. What are we shifting to?
I also want to hear what you're going to say.
I'm not saying anything.
So tomorrow night's Thursday night. Are you guys going to camp?
No.
Probably not.
John, I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work from camp.
Hear me out.
All right.
I feel like
So I guess the question is,
Thank you,
are you
Pam.
going to make Juicy Johnny's?
not tomorrow night.
Fuck no, I'm not going.
Hear me out.
Look.
I'm going to go over to Costa's tomorrow. I'm probably going to leave work around noon because I have to go fix my grill that I said I was going to fix the last 2 Thursdays I went.
Look.
Uh-huh.
Because the pellet,
Temperature.
the thing that feeds
oh,
the pellets,
feeder is on.
I don't know if
yeah.
it's jammed or it's broke. But I'm also going to stop at Costa's and grab like the whole sirloin thing that you can cut steaks out of.
Mm-hmm.
And then however many people show up, because Bo's going tomorrow night.
Oh, where's Bo been?
He's been
Bobin?
busy. He's been doing
Where's
Bo
Bo
things.
Bobin.
Bobin.
But however many people are there, if it's a 10-inch steak
Yeah.
and there's 5 people that show up, 2 inches thick steaks.
Can you make sure I'm responsible and go to bed early so I can get up at 3 a.m.?
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I hate that though, Pam. I wish you would come more often.
Me too.
He does not.
That's not.
He loves
That's
going
not-
and
I don't-
sleeping all by himself.
That's not the
In
hey,
the
he
bed.
wishes.
No. Yeah. Welcome to my world.
That's not the Pam coming.
She's always going.
I got that for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Pam, you've missed some good times on Thursdays.
you have.
That's all right.
But the one time you did show up, it was a shit show. And
It's all right.
no, it was not.
And I got blamed the entire night.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No.
How would you get blamed?
Because I was there.
No, you were the
Shit
only
went
one that was
sideways.
blaming yourself.
No.
The rest of us were like, this doesn't normally happen. What the
It was
fuck?
just the.
It's like
stars
Lord
and
of the
moons
Flies
aligned
here.
Like-
just right.
Normally-
Dun, dun, dun.
Chaos. but-
Normally we just sit around and eat food and get really fucking high because
Oh,
that's
yeah, 'cause
illegal.
somebody
Or it's
barfed
legal in
and everything. It was
New
a
York
whole
State.
thing. Barfed right on our deck. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Oh my god, that
Everything
was
happened.
a very,
Everything that could
very
happen,
bad
happened.
situation.
Yeah, but once school
Like,
starts,
there's usually
I pretty much can't.
There's usually never
Right,
kids
I get it.
except Piper. Through the summer there was Piper, but she was just cool. She's like, "We making steak? Cool, great,
Yeah.
thanks." And then
Yeah,
she goes back
and then
inside,
just- yeah.
or she comes out and busts our
Everything.
balls about something, and then just goes back inside. Like,
But
it was
once
never a
school
problem.
starts, it's
Yes.
like,
I get
she's
it.
gotta do the whole thing.
Go to school.
True. Okay, I guess it's the law.
Oh,
To go to school. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We had a really good summer, though. I had a lot of fun this summer.
I had a lot of fun this summer.
It was a very good summer.
My favorite thing is last weekend.
I wasn't even there.
So, everybody is mammered. We went riding. We come back. We're tippy. You guys have been going hard all day long. And the band starts playing. And then Kristi, one of the things I love about Kristi
Oh no.
is if there's a band playing and it's good, Kristi's like, I gotta dance.
I love
So
to dance.
Kristi's just up there. If people want to dance with her, she's happy. If nobody's dancing, I'm
I
dancing,
don't care.
motherfucker.
I'm dancing.
Kristi up there just cutting a rug, loving it, enjoying life. And I was like, oh shit. All right.
She's drunk.
Kristi's drunk. We're doing this. And then all of a sudden, Lactash and Drunk Mason push their way to the front of the dance crowd and are up there just tearing it up. It was like two Tommy boys.
It was. Like, I don't want to dance with either one of them. I did not want to dance with
They're
either
just up
one.
there like
Yes.
throwing their arms and they're shaking their butts and having the best time in the world. And I was a little envious. But also I'm like, I don't even know if I could walk up there.
So, John, can we point out the fact that...
At the beginning of it,
Listen, wait. You shush. Chris doesn't even remember seeing Mason
I
that
know.
night.
That is what I was getting to. That is my favorite part of the story. You two danced. You guys hung out for a good half hour
Before you started dancing.
And then you went up there, and you two are just like the soul sisters, just up there.
Like, and I was avoiding them because I thought one of them were going to knock me down.
You were like, one of you was Olivia Newton-John, and the other was John Travolta. And
I
you
was
took turns.
definitely Travolta.
You took turns
Oh, no.
for an hour. And then when Kristi, because I texted Kristi, I'm like, you guys going riding today? And she's like, no. And I'm like, you guys all right? And she's like, Lactash doesn't feel great. I don't feel good. And also, he said he doesn't remember seeing Mason last night.
No.
I was like, you danced with him for an hour.
An
Success.
hour, yes.
Oh,
I
so
had to
much fun.
text Dave to find out what happened.
I
not yet.
could use one.
I could take
Whoops.
one, please.
I lost my headphones.
Do you want these ones? They're a little better.
No,
they're
good.
They're way better.
I can hear really good.
These are better. Come on, try them.
Chris, I brought you here.
You can hear everybody
Thank you.
slamming shit on the table a lot better than these ones.
Never gonna let you forget.
Never
I
gonna
don't
let
hear
you
anything.
go. Shut up.
Damn.
I swear to God.
Nothing? Wait, is there a volume on the side? Did Piper turn it down by it? Like when we were passing them over or something? There you go, try that.
I heard that.
So better.
No, there
So
were
it's
so many
winding
things.
down to the last weekend
I know.
of the
Can you
season.
even believe it? It makes
What do
me
we have
super
left?
sad.
Are we
2
going to be
weekends.
troopers?
No,
I
2
was-
weekends.
Two or three?
No, I just...
2
Nothing.
weekends.
Nope.
That's it.
So I
Did you give
feel
it to Chris? Oh, yeah.
I feel we should let it lay on the Chili Fest.
The chili competition?
Yeah. Chili Fest.
Just so you know, Chris already warned me, don't make yours hot. Don't put jalapenos in it.
If you want to win. So
are you guys... All right, I have a question for you guys. Are you both making your own chili, or are you coming together?
She's making the chili.
And you're just...
I'm just going to sit back and...
Because...
This is what I do.
Are you still, like, hurt a little bit from the...
No,
from the
I can't make chili.
From the Texas hot
I'm just
cook-off?
going to sit back
like
and supervise this situation.
You're like, I got beat so badly at that
I'm going to
Texas
be a
hot
connoisseur of all her chili. And what I told her is we're not going to make it super hot. We're just going to make it enough to beat John Anderson. That's our goal.
There's so many different spins on chili, though.
Dude,
we have this.
So many.
All right, can we?
So
Well, let's talk about this.
All right.
On the 30,000 feet level, we don't have to get into details of ingredients.
Oh no.
But I feel like Pam's making her chili, which is very good.
Very good chili.
Very good chili.
Did you have it? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever had.
Just out of curiosity,
is that one with turkey burger?
No.
Nope. And I'm not busting balls or anything here, because I'm just gonna head this off the pass because I know
that's squishy.
You'll think I'm fucking with you. Sorry, I got like 10 burps in a row there. Is it my mom's chili recipe that you use, or is it
your mom's meatloaf recipe?
All right, but the chili recipe, where'd you get yours at? Like, where'd that come from?
I just made shit up.
And Pam's chili is really good. Yes.
But mine is very middle of the road, hearty chili, kind of. There's no like major hot to it, or.
So I didn't realize.
Mine's just very.
This is what
cold weather fill you up kind of bullshit.
So I didn't realize this because my mom's chili, when I was growing up,
I've never had your mom's chili.
Is very much like Pam's chili.
Oh,
very close. Very similar. So my mom's and Pam's chili is like more of a like meaty. Mm-hmm. There's not much soup. There's sauce, but not soup.
I like a very chunky, thick.
Me too.
Chili.
Where some people like really soupy chili.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah. So Pam makes really good chili. So are you guys making like a traditional type chili?
No, mine is a thicker.
I'm thinking it's similar to Pam's.
Yeah,
probably, but hers is probably spicier.
I'm going Texas style on mine.
All right.
Well, I'm swaying her to go away from the hot because we want to win.
Well, so it turns out John is going to go against me.
I'm not going against you.
And making his own version, which he's never done at home.
This is all fair in love and war.
But listen, every time I make something, Chris will say, well, if you would have done this. And I'm like,
oh, no.
Motherfucker, get up here and do it.
What she should do is make 2 chilies.
A spicy one.
She makes one with these jalapenos that will.
That is how I got first and second place.
Kills you.
Because
the Texas hot cook-off.
Yes.
And surprisingly, no, I'm not bragging. And I'm not bringing this up again.
We got to talk about this again.
But I was really shocked. So I made the Johnny's Lunch Texas hot. I followed that recipe to the letter. And then, but when I was looking at the recipe, I'm like, I don't know if that's...
to do this.
So I'm going to add my own shit to it, which was mostly just hot sauce and jalapenos.
And that's what won it.
And people are like, oh my God, this is so good. And Pam's like, that's going to be too fucking hot. Because I put a shitload of hot sauce in it. And Pam's like, I feel like it's going to be too hot.
It was not bad, though.
And then once it cooked out,
wasn't bad.
It was just tasted nice.
Yeah. I like...
But, so I was a little bit bummed out. I'm going to tell you on this whole chili fucking, or Texas hot cook-off. Because you weren't there for when we warmed up the cheese. You're making a face like, fuck
what
that.
cheese?
Hey, what cheese?
You don't know about this? I know you
don't.
What cheese?
You luscious got drunk and went home.
What cheese?
There was a
Nancy.
Was it Nancy?
Yeah.
So there was a whole crock pot of like nacho cheese.
Yes.
I think it was Nancy. I don't think it was Mel. I think it was Nancy.
So somebody made that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody,
Nance.
I don't know who it was.
It was Nance.
Discovered if you went and got like a scoop of the
Texas
hot,
yes,
and a scoop of the cheese mixed together,
shit.
And then took like tortilla chips and scooped through it. Dude, It was ridiculous. And then
Be like
I was like,
nachos.
shit, I'm going to get some of Lactashes and try it. And yours was gone.
Well, that's
And I'm like,
because
Wait,
every weekend...
did somebody steal Lactashes? And they're like, no, they went home.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm like, it's
Yeah, because
9 o'clock.
every Sunday we have to go back down there and gather up all of our food. And I feel bad because sometimes I feel like Nance or you have to clean our containers because we leave it down there because we get drunk. And
Have you ever seen the stuff we leave out?
Yeah, really.
Wait,
I know.
I was going to look over for the containers that were...
That
the
does
taco
happen,
containers I thought
though.
they're still sitting over there.
That does
I was
happen.
looking for the corn cooler.
I know.
That was so
We've done that
disgusting.
so
You burn
many
it?
times.
So no,
So
I cleaned it
many
up.
times.
So what happens on a regular basis? Corn's the worst. So for
Yeah.
people that are listening, the
All
we
three
always
of them.
cook corn on the grill, and then
be
we
us
throw it
tomorrow.
in a cooler to like steam it, and then we get shit piled while we're cooking the rest of the shit, and completely forget about the corn until like what 2 weeks later, and then you go to use the cooler and you open it up and you're like, oh.
Like, it's like dead body smell.
It is not
It's
good.
so bad.
Not good.
About like my garbage right now. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know.
So we took a break and we're coming back.
Oddly, just sweet. Here we are, guys.
Everybody had to smoke and pee except for me. I don't smoke.
Hey, I'm back.
And Piper got done with her bath and she's back.
Might not be for long, but.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
I can tell this is going to be one long night. We're going to be sitting at this podcast for hours.
No,
Mm.
you're not.
So
So Chris
Wait.
was saying.
Wait, she went
Oh,
No,
and
no.
flickered her eyes and her eyebrows. I was like,
Me and my classmates randomly just look at each other and go,
and then you start laughing, and
and we
So
try
do
to
you have
laugh.
good friends?
Yeah.
So who do you think your top 37 friends are?
I know her top 3. You want me to name them? Mia, number 1.
Yeah.
Isaac and Cole.
There you go.
How'd I do?
Well, the fourth is Samuel.
I don't know
All
who Samuel
boys?
is.
only
Benson?
3 boys out of 4.
Samuel Benson? Isn't his dad the superintendent of the school?
We've known each other
Zoe?
since pre-K.
Oh shit, you're going for the power.
Dad, be quiet.
Bam.
Do you guys get like extra brownies at lunch?
No.
You don't even have. You don't even have.
Do you ever go up?
headphones on.
Do you ever go up and you're like, "Hey, I'm with Samuel. Give me an extra
No.
chocolate milk." His
Should.
dad runs
Okay,
this.
you know, I'm just like done with this.
Oh, that's funny. Isn't he a really good athlete? Who am I thinking
I'm
of?
pretty fast. So can Cole.
Who do you think is the best athlete in your class?
Girl or boy?
Both.
I'm the goodest girl athlete.
You think so?
The goodest.
Yeah.
You're the
Because I was
fastest
the
runner?
only
You wanna
girl.
check
I
your
was the
grammar
only
on that?
girl in class today when we went out for football that actually knew what to do.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Good. Who is the best boy athlete?
I would have to say Cole, Vincent, or Samuel.
Yeah, they're pretty good. All right, cool. So now we know we have all the dirt on the 4th grade class.
It's my favorite.
And the super.
Just so you know, we're getting text.
Wait,
Don't please stop doing that.
With what?
Wait,
Oh my God, someone's reading a book.
Democrats,
oh,
Biden lovers.
Are they trying to change your opinion on something?
Hang on, because that'll be the next topic.
Chris, we don't want you to say who or what is texting you, but we'd like to hear your thoughts about life in general.
All right. So
this
I'm
is
gonna tell
where
you.
I start eating. And
What?
everyone gets annoyed. Just kidding. Carry on.
All right. So, if your 83-year-old grandmother has an issue, no respiratory anything, just with her legs, probably
Like all
dehydration.
80-year-old people do circulation problems.
Dehydration, whatnot, and they call the ambulance.
Why would they call
To
the
their
ambulance about that?
Because she couldn't walk much.
Oh.
So they called the ambulance to the home, and they come and they grab her and take her to the hospital, to the emergency room. And of course, the first thing they do is, COVID test. So they do one. And I'm not a doctor. I don't.
You're not?
No. I try to be sometimes.
That reminds me of something else I want to talk about.
WebMD and all these things. I think I'm a doctor because I can Google anything. But they take her to the hospital. First thing they do is they give her a COVID test. And also, I don't know how they make this analogy, but they say she is on the downside of the COVID. So she's almost over it. So she was tested positive, but also she's almost over it. All right. I don't even know how you come up with that, but that's what they stated. And they admit her into the Olean General. And also, she's taking up a space there. Not related to COVID. She had no trouble breathing, anything to this issue.
So she was just having leg problems.
Leg problems.
She didn't feel great. But back to.
But she had COVID.
She's 83 years old.
And she had COVID. And she also says, and she was a registered nurse. That's what she did for a living before this. She says, I disagree with getting a vaccination. She, 83 years old, she chose not to do that. Even after this COVID, she's not going to get a vaccination. Fine. So,
what would be your perfect... I'm sorry, is there...
no,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
No, so he's got an aunt that lives with... The grandmother stays with his aunt. She has her own place, but she doesn't stay there.
So they kind of...
They take care of each other, which is...
Like lesbian?
No.
Oh.
No.
Mom and daughter.
The
Oh.
aunt,
Oh my God.
my aunt is 60 years old.
I've seen those videos.
And she has
Oh my
like
God.
mental health issues.
She does have mental health.
Who does?
His
my
aunt.
mental health issues, so yada yada. They're birds together.
Birds of a feather flock
Yeah.
together.
Yep,
But
just-
no,
So-
your grandmother is.
They rely on each other.
Yes.
All right. I normally don't do this in a podcast,
Okay.
but have you ever visited Les Jordan's Facebook page?
Oh my God.
Les Jordan Jr.'s?
Listen, so
Oh my God, I had an issue today when we drove by his house.
he's like,
I'm like,
such
there
a
that
douchebag.
son of a bitch is.
I was like, who?
But
I don't know who that
Solomon's
is.
word here.
Yeah, I seen
Well,
it. I
while
seen it
we're-
as well. He takes very good pictures, but also
Yes,
shut the fuck up.
he looks like a hell of a photographer. Just so I
He
saw.
might be from Smethport. He always is posting.
This guy.
So I'm
So what does that have to do with anything that we're discussing right now?
Well,
So
we're
what-
gonna go
all right.
into this.
So
Alright.
that while he's looking
so
for it, I
scroll
was trying to...
scroll through his Facebook page,
So you just called somebody out.
and I'm not
Yeah,
calling.
you name dropped.
I usually don't.
I
But-
know.
But this
I usually
dickhead, you should name drop him
I'm willing to give him
for sure.
somewhat of a pass though.
because his daughter went missing, and did
I don't
they
even-
find
I don't
his
even
daughter?
know about that.
Did
It's
they
a
find
whole
her?
No, I don't.
They did.
I don't know about that.
I think they did eventually.
But what I was saying was,
She was missing for a long time.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that story. Now I'm starting to sound guilty.
That's
like
all.
I had something to do with it. Like I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about a daughter. I don't know about anything with this laundry girl.
Yeah, he
So I saw the Solomon's Word thing, and I've heard his name come up in the community, and he's always on the super liberal side of things.
Correct.
So I just clicked on his profile, and I start looking through his posts, and I'm like, it has to be exhausting to be him, to be that level of rabid worried. Like there's one where somebody that he is close to got sick or something, and he's going on about when he walks through the community and he sees people without masks on, he's like, those people killed my friend. And I'm like, dude, you're a fucking crazy
and then 5
person.
minutes later, a scenic spot along Marvin Creek.
Yes. He takes good pictures.
Yes.
Takes
Red Barn at Marvin Creek.
Yeah.
We're all dying from COVID.
But and what drives me crazy is I don't want to discount.
I do believe people are dying from it. I think they have underlying conditions. And honest to God, yesterday I read on Facebook a 38-year-old woman, okay, from, I want to say...
America.
No, not far from here.
Canada?
No, I'm going to say Du Bois, Clarion, Clearfield, somewhere around there.
It was Taylor's friend, probably.
What?
I think it was Taylor's friend.
38?
She's pretty young.
No, that was 59.
Oh.
I saw that one. So, she took her kids on vacation to wherever. 2 kids, saved up money to go on vacation. Ended up contracting COVID. Stayed at her sister's for a week. And then said, I got to get back home. Blah, blah. She died on the 24th. So I don't know.
There's no doubt shit is horrible.
It is, but...
But also...
I know you think I'm a weirdo, but
No, I don't.
I read the whole obituary. It was a...
But here's... All right.
It's Lester Jordan. Stop it.
He's so far... He's so far to this way.
Yeah.
And then there's...
Right.
All right, I'm going to drop another name. Is the Odell dude. Are you guys friends with him?
I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Olean?
Holy
Is it
fuck.
Bill O'Dell?
No.
No, that's...
I don't even know what the fuck his name is anymore.
Oh my God, you guys should not do this.
Yes, we should. But what I'm saying is...
But Lester
We
Jordan,
might not
be
post
part
it.
of the solution, not the fucking problem.
I think it's Ed.
Ed O'Dell,
But
yes.
he's been banned from Facebook. So now he has like Odie Odell. He's got so many... Drew Odie is his... No, that might not be him.
Oh God.
But his brother is like in the hospital with COVID. And isn't doing great, but he seems like he's getting through. But he is like... He's one of those ones where you click on Facebook and he's doing like he's driving in his vehicle, it's talking, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, worst thing ever.
So he's super on the other side of it. And I feel like, so you have Les over here, and you have whatever version of Odell over here spouting off. And they're both like equally right and wrong.
Yes.
But they're so polarized that it doesn't even make sense. Like what they're saying, you're just like, what?
Like, here's my thing. I've made fun of it from day one. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, if my mom didn't contract COVID, I find it hard to believe that anybody that has major health issues.
Same with my mom.
Yes. Like,
But
You can't say that. Everybody's body's different.
so what? We drowned ours with alcohol?
No, everyone's body
maybe.
reacts differently to the virus. Nobody's debating that, I don't think.
I am.
Well, and
I am.
I'm so buying the new
Sorry.
booms
I'm
that
sorry.
have no springs.
I'm sorry.
She didn't even do it on purpose. She moved it.
I know.
I just
I'm
went
buying.
to...
I'm buying.
Please don't yell at me tonight.
I'm
I
not
just-
yelling at
I
you.
just went to get my drink, and I hit it
Bumped
by
it.
accident.
I forgot what we were saying.
We
We're
totally
talking.
name
We're
dropped.
bitching about like.
We're like,
Really?
I think everyone was on the same page.
But
Like, stop it, Les. Quit. Just quit.
We drove by there
I
tonight.
don't know.
Chris is like,
Because when I was scrolling through after you handed me that, he also has pictures on Minard Run and stuff like that. So is he from here
is
or no?
right on the
Oh.
corner of
Route 6, right across
Main
from
Street
Porter's Bed and
and-
Breakfast.
Oh,
Right there.
Main Street and Route 6. So the bed and
he's
breakfast
outside
is
on
over
a
here.
regular
Yeah,
basis. You
he's
see
got that little canopy
Mm-hmm.
set up.
Yeah, get inside, bitch, if you're worried.
Like,
oh, the
he's a...
place. Oh,
I mean,
Yes.
I don't...
So what does he do? What's his normal?
Photos.
I don't know. I think
Does he have? How old is he?
he's got to be 60.
So where did he work up until now?
Disability.
so
Oh.
then that would explain
I'm
it.
pretty
He's
sure...
He's
scared to death.
Super worried, and that's what I was starting to say. I don't. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a for instance. I'm gonna go fucking deep right now.
Oh,
man.
God.
Man. So one of the things since I started doing the township supervisor job that I realized very quickly, a lot of the things that you get calls on, you're like, what the fuck? Really? But that's not me. So if somebody calls me about something and I go to their house and they're like, I have this problem, and you're like, and for me, I'm looking at the problem and I'm going, this isn't a fucking problem, but it's not a problem for me. But if I was you living your life at your age or whatever,
Yes, it might be a problem.
It would be a completely different thing. And so, all right, there's one recently that I went to, and I'm not going to name.
We're not gonna name
It
drop.
wasn't me.
Careful.
Oh my
That
god, it
was
wasn't
Chris.
me for once.
And I'm
It
not
was
going to name
me.
names or anything.
Sorry.
But I went there, and their problem was it was a sound type problem. And I
Yes.
went there.
That is not an age issue.
No, but
Okay.
I didn't say it was an age issue. It
Oh.
was a sound issue. Okay, and admittedly, I've run heavy equipment, done racing things. I've done loud things. My ears don't work good. I know that in the
He
car,
screams at me for mumbling all the time.
you do mumble.
I don't.
You're the only person in my life that I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
You would never say that to me.
But you can hear that.
No, I can definitely hear you. But anyways,
Really?
so I went and investigated the situation. And
Chris missed this conversation, just so you know. I
as-
already know.
right, but as I'm there, I'm like, this doesn't seem like a big deal to me. And this is the first time that I've had this realization where I'm like, this doesn't seem like that bad.
To
I mean-
you.
Exactly. But I don't live there 24/7.
Yes.
I don't have that person's ears. I didn't have that person's day.
Or possibly
Where they
a
come home.
child.
When they come home, they're like, fuck, I don't need this bullshit.
Hey, Pam. His children are grown.
Oh. Well, grandchild.
And
Oh,
no,
no, grandchild.
don't name the person.
Oh, I didn't.
How dare you?
No name.
I
Don't
said.
give clues. It's not about the
Okay.
person.
Okay.
And I'm not saying this person was wrong. I'm just saying, like, when I went there.
So can you tell the whole story, though?
No.
Oh.
No, because I don't think that's
So-
fair. I don't feel like it was like an egregious thing. I think he had a valid bitch, but I would have never bitched about it. So what the hard part is to go there and go, yep, all right, I
That is
understand what you're
loud.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, you live here all the time. You have different ears than me. You have different judgment. You have different standards than me. But trying to get outside of yourself and go, all right,
Hey, can we pause this? So you can tell the whole story.
no, you already.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. And we're back.
Uh-huh.
So we did pause it to.
Talk shit.
We talked about this for a good 30 minutes before we came back.
Oh my god. Poor apples.
So
just
what I was
wants
saying
chips.
was, even though I don't agree with somebody else's position, personally, like if it was me living their life, I'd go, that's not a big deal. I realized I'm not them. So if it bothers them, we have to try and figure it out.
Well, yeah. And you are, right?
Yeah, we got that one figured out.
Uh-huh.
And this is totally why you're a good candidate.
Yes,
and
because you always are the
great
peacemaker.
person to be a township supervisor.
You are the peacemaker. You're
Because
a smart ass
you-
and stuff, but you are a peacemaker.
No matter what problem people have, you take it as
From both sides.
Yeah,
He does.
you look at all angles and you just rationalize, and
Except
you're a good
Pam's.
person.
I don't feel like Pam's looking off like, no,
Well,
fuck this guy.
No, but everybody
I'm not
else is
voting for him.
Because they're not
I
married
know.
to him.
Right.
Well,
I don't live with them.
So I'm going to give a little input. I'm not like a marriage counselor by any means.
Oh, God.
But also, I think if Pam would come to camp a little more when it's cold.
Oh my God.
Because
Such a dick.
No. So John comes to camp when it's hot, and that's not his shit. So
John comes to camp when it's hot because that's camping season.
yeah, but now this is John's season. He loves this kind of weather.
And guess what? He can go to camp all he fucking wants.
Why did
And
I
I don't have a
open this
problem
can
with
of
it.
worms up? But
Do I, bitch?
anyways,
No,
there's no bitching.
All
I just
right.
feel like,
but we miss you.
yeah, we need you to come. Like we will buy Snuggies if you come.
Oh, I have Snuggies. Don't
We'll
you
buy
worry.
more.
I'm coming this weekend, not till
Alright.
Saturday. But
Me either.
Do you need gloves?
I'm gonna need it all.
Me too.
It's gonna be 70.
It's
From
gonna be
here on
70.
out.
70.
I will still need it all.
It's
because
gonna
it
be
will not be
70.
70 at night.
No, the
when
low's
yeah,
gonna be
it's
like
a
37.
40.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, Pam, I think, I
Alright.
mean, if
Let's
If we're
wax
gonna-
John.
no, I mean, if we're into the relationship realm of this,
No, we're not. Let's skip this topic. Let's go to something else.
No, let's go
I
there.
feel like this needs to be said.
All right.
If you are such an amazing cook as I am, all you want is somebody to come along and knock you off the pedestal of number one. Like, I made some hot sauce. One
You
Texas
made
hot
chili.
sauce.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I made some Texas hot sauce once,
Mm-hmm.
Pam.
recently. And I was just hoping and praying that somebody would come along, just anybody, and make a better Texas hot sauce than me. But no, I mean, I made 2 of them
Mm-hmm.
and came in first and second place.
But
Pam,
wait.
I'm all in.
So
What do
wait.
you need me to do?
I know.
Take him out of this.
Wait a minute.
Wait, you know what's funny about this?
Wait.
You know what's funny about this? Is so when I tasted all the hot sauces, I tasted your hot sauce, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's so good. I am so fucked.
wait. After the competition, Lactash gets a text message from John that says, I liked you're the best. Yours the best, just so you know. Like, dude.
It was so good, Lactash.
I just didn't have
And
enough
then-
money to pay the judges.
Isn't judging awfully subjective, though?
I think so, because if
I
you
had
don't
a-
like spicy,
It all depends
Yes,
on
Yours
what you
wasn't that spicy, though.
like. Wayne was like, "Oh, yours
You won.
is great."
You
But,
won. Yeah.
Like
That's why you have to have more than one.
we had,
on the
2,
other end of it,
3.
Barb,
3.
But
Bo's
Barb doesn't like spicy.
was like, "Oh my god,
too
that was so hot."
And I was like,
I mean, so where were you going with that? You're just hoping
Just being
somebody will
cocky.
come along. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
just being cocky.
unthrone me. I'm looking for a dominatrix.
Pam,
We're looking.
if you don't
Gonna happen.
kick his ass with the chili fest, this could go on for a while.
And what's so funny?
Do I look like I give a fuck?
That's the problem.
But I do. I give a fuck.
This
Either
is
way, you
important.
get to eat.
I know.
It's
matter.
not about eating,
We
Pam.
do not want this to happen.
We don't want his head
We
getting
don't want him
Yes.
floating all
Listen.
winter.
This happens no matter what. He could be like, I took the garbage out better than you. I fixed your headlight better than you. Well, guess what? Because I don't know how to do it. So
Right.
good job, babe. Like, okay. So, I mean, yes, you made Texas hot stuff better. I've never made it. I don't know.
You know what?
I've never
I have
made,
never
I
made
know.
chili in my life
I've never
I
made
know.
homemade
But
Texas
I'm-
sauce.
So why do you have to compete?
because I think I can do it.
And
Like
Of
I don't
course you
just
can.
I don't just sit around going, I don't know how to take out the garbage. I wish there was a way I knew how to do it. I don't know how to change my headlight. Oh.
yeah, he goes up to my house on Friday, very early in the morning, and he's got binoculars and he watches me
Listen,
take garbage out, and he's like, "That's how I do it."
Right.
I'm going to come out my chair.
All I'm
In a
saying is, you know, it bothered me a little bit.
Not at you.
I know stuff.
No.
It
But
bothers
you
me.
gotta kick his ass with the chili.
It bothered me
I
a
don't
little bit.
know
You
that
don't
I
have the
can't.
confidence in your chili
Well, it doesn't.
because you're
I
like,
don't-
go ahead, first time chili
see,
maker.
I love mine. I
I
love
like
mine.
mine.
Pam's is amazing.
So I'm
I
not
like
sure
mine.
if everybody you like it
I
or
don't
you
think.
love it.
I don't know if I've ever had yours.
So last year I made it, and remember I put it in the crock pot, and
Okay.
it got really greasy and runny. And
So can we
that's-
just? I'm just gonna go here. I am not, nor have I ever been, a confident person in the kitchen. Like anything I make, I'm like,
but
So
you
it
make
where-
a
sucks,
lot of good
you
stuff.
don't have to eat it.
Yeah, but
Just out of curiosity, what area of life are you confident in?
My work.
painting.
Okay.
But the kitchen, not so much. I didn't have a great teacher in that area, but so I
My mom didn't teach me shit.
oh okay. I'm not
It doesn't have to be somebody teaches you things. You have to go like, you have to want it.
okay.
man.
It's also not my area.
How much
interest,
chili?
yes.
How much chili
It's
research
not
have
my
you done
area
this
of
week?
interest. Listen,
I'm putting
if
in the
you-
fucking hours,
okay,
bro.
you see on Facebook, you see the
Damn, I've
life,
heard your chili is amazing.
It is
life-
amazing.
life is having to figure out what to have to dinner.
Oh my
have for
God.
dinner every day
That's-
until you die.
Yes.
That is the bane of my existence. I hate to cook.
Me
I'm
too.
not in love with anything.
I hate it.
I'm not a giant eater.
Ask him.
If
we fight
you
about
took
it.
over that for the rest of our lives, I would be thrilled. to death.
Happy wife, happy life.
You. I'll take care of all the other shit.
What is all
But-
the other shit? Just so we're clear. 'Cause
Taking
I'm
out the
willing-
garbage.
I'm willing to make
She
this.
might even learn
real.
how to
Wait,
change
no
the
joke.
headlight.
I
Wait.
will come out my chair.
Yeah.
I'm willing to make this. I'll cook dinner every night. I don't give a fuck. What is all the other stuff? Just so I'm clear. Because at some point I want to be like, nah, I made mac and cheese last night. I think.
Because that's what I do to you?
No.
Is that what you... Oh, okay. Well, then why would you do that if it was your job?
Because you just said I would be happy if you made dinner the rest of our lives. And I
Okay,
was like,
so why
all right.
wouldn't you just do that instead of being like,
And you
I
s-
did this, so what'd you do? Isn't that what he just said?
It is, but you're taking it out of context from a few minutes ago. You said, if you make dinner the rest of our lives, I'll do everything else. And I said, just so
Pam
I'm
didn't even hear
clear,
it.
what is everything else?
I know.
Because she has no
I
headphones on.
wasn't
All
knocking
the
you.
other things I already do, like laundry, housework, all the stuff.
All right,
I'm good.
I'm willing to make this deal.
Anyway,
I love you two.
Are you willing to make this
I
deal?
don't like this right now.
I
Let's
love
not be-
these two.
it's okay.
Because
No, it's
here's
good,
here's
though.
the deal though.
It's all solid.
It's fine.
If I come home at night, I'll always make dinner. But if I get up in the morning and there's not underpants, I'm flipping shit. Because now,
Buy
if,
more.
if I wake up and there's not clean underpants,
Buy more.
I'm just like, whatever, no big deal. But if I'm appointed dinner maker the rest of my life, and you're gonna be underpants washer the rest of your life.
I've already been both
I know,
and delivered on both.
You're so tough, but I'm not coming home.
Missing the point.
You're not coming home on a Thursday night and being like, "Where's dinner?" You're like, "I didn't cook it tonight. Sorry, I'll get it tomorrow."
Guess we're going
Like
out.
you have to fucking do it tonight.
Oh my god, you're gonna die.
So anyway,
tonight.
so what are you guys doing for the weekend?
Well,
I'm gonna make a test batch of chili.
you are not this weekend.
Stop it, Nance.
No, so Nance is gonna be out of town the week of the cook-off.
Of
so
the chili cook-off?
yes.
Next weekend?
So
No.
she's making.
Not this weekend,
She's
next
still
weekend.
making chili
Oh.
though.
Cool.
I was to
No.
send.
No,
She said she was.
she told Scott, "You can review my
Where are
recipe,"
they going?
and he said, "What?
Where are they going?
No, she's going
She's
to
going
California."
to California.
Oh,
Is Scott
crap.
still staying here?
Yes, and
Oh, okay.
Scott
Is-
says,
Is
"No."
he entering the chili contest?
Listen, he says, "No, I'll just be a tester."
I'll just eat everybody else.
But
That's a very
so
good idea.
things have changed because he said that he was gonna.
No, that was last week at our camper Sunday. He said, "No,
I thought that he was gonna put
no, he was
Nance's
not.
chili out.
No, he's like, I'm just gonna be a taster."
That's funny. That's probably a good choice.
Yes.
Then he doesn't have to clean up anything.
Well,
he
you
doesn't
know-
have to make anything.
He avoids a trap. So if he brings Nance's chili, and he doesn't feel like it's award winning,
He's not gonna bring it out.
he's like, I don't want to have to call
Yeah, 'cause
Nance.
she
Like,
didn't
she's
make
like
it,
from
so-
California. Like, how'd my chili do?
Just about what?
Not
You got
good.
19th place
Yeah.
out of 4.
And then
Sorry.
if he fucks with it, he's like, it needs a little more chili powder.
So
it
he's
needs
got,
hotter.
and she's being like, "Whoa, my
And then-
chili won!"
And he's like, oh.
Changed it
And
a lot.
then, like at a Super Bowl party, she makes her award-winning chili, and people are like, "This tastes
This
weird.
does not
This
even
doesn't.
taste-
It's not like your regular chili."
But it,
So it's better for him just to be like,
were you
No-
up there when
No chili.
Shuey?
"Chewy."
Yeah,
Do you
he's
know who
the
Tested
Shuey
that.
is?
elder
Yeah.
cat.
Okay.
Test the Texas
No,
hots.
he came up. So there was a
Are you dishing dirt right now?
what?
You know we're recording, right?
Yes, but
Okay,
I'm talking about
alright,
the chili
alright.
cook-off.
Yeah.
He's the one that
He
was,
was
all.
one of the taste testers.
He's gonna
yes,
be a
but
taste
he
tester
no,
for the chili.
he's doing the chili.
He's
Chili.
cooking
He's
chili.
Yes, absolutely yes.
Wait,
so
no.
that's why
cooking
I said
and tasting? That's
No.
not fair.
No,
No.
he's not a taster.
no.
He's
He's
cooking
a
chili.
cooking
He
Gotcha.
was the taster for the Texas Hots,
Yes.
but he wanted to know when we were doing the chili cook-off.
'Cause
So we
he's
told
in,
him
huh?
yes.
Mhm.
All right.
We told him 2 weeks.
It must be his specialty.
Must be because he was like all in on that.
Hun-
Well,
Like,
I'm
why
pretty
did you
sure
think that I
that
was going to say something bad?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna fail.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Mhm.
I
mean,
thought you were gonna look.
obviously has
Kristi?
no taste buds.
I thought you were gonna start talking shit about the Texas hot cook-off, and I feel like Lactash has already taken this pretty hard. So
No, I
I
would
thought
never.
For sure.
I thought you were gonna come up and be like, Shuey was like overwhelmed with how good the first and second place Texas hot sauces were.
No.
And I
He's
feel
the
he
one
got
that
them mixed
stopped
up.
us.
Oh my God.
Just
Dude,
saying.
what was so crazy about making that Texas hot sauce?
I heard that.
I have never made it before in my entire life,
Me either.
but
You
I've
heard
went to
it?
Johnny's Hot Lunch in Jamestown before and got Texas hot,
And they're
and I'm
good.
like, what the fuck? This is so
That's
good.
good shit.
So I have this list of ingredients that I'm suspect. Like I'm looking at it like,
What?
I don't know about this. So I mix it all together in the crock pot. Pam's watching me, and I have like this whole fucking table of spices and shit. I mix it all together and stir it up.
Chris is like, I don't even know what this is.
I know,
Allspice?
right? Like,
What
what
the
is this?
Fuck is allspice?
So
Use
I-
it for pumpkin pie.
I mix it all together. I put my finger in it. What the fuck? It tastes just like Johnny's fucking hot lunch. So I'm like, Pam, come here.
Smelled like it and everything. Like there was so many things that went into it. I'm like,
It couldn't possibly be good.
no.
Imagine how long that took to curate.
Yes.
Like,
How do you even figure that out?
Yeah.
I feel I would have whooped you. Only I had to put her thing on it. I had to buy the
All right.
bulk hot Italian
this
sausage.
right here is why we need to have a separate cook-off. Because I like your chili. Love it. But I feel like I can spruce it up. And I could be completely wrong.
Okay, can we pause
But
it again?
I don't...
So we're going to have to...
No.
So you're going to make yours and she's going to make
Yeah,
hers?
because I don't want her to go, I would have won, but you told me to put blah. Like,
So
you told me that, like, it'd be better if you stirred it with your penis.
Yeah. That's how Chris
and
is.
everything.
Chris is the same way. Like, he's like, you probably shouldn't make it spicy. You shouldn't make it hot.
So
That's
I
how
don't...
make my
I-
chili.
But, like,
So
we're going
here's-
to end up with...
This is, to be honest with you, this is coming from a
To
place...
be fair.
To be fair. This is coming from a place of love.
No, I get
I
it.
don't want to fuck up your chili. I want you to win on the merits of your chili.
But
Also, I'm going to fucking kill it with my Texas chili.
my thing is, I only know how to make my recipe for a whole crock pot.
That's all we
That's
need.
me.
So where
Like,
the
I make
hell
enough for
Because-
are we gonna put
Dude,
all
hun,
this
we
chili?
will
Hun,
do
for a
this.
whole crock pot is all we need. And then our...
Sunday we can make chili cheese
Why
dogs.
don't you make yours
Chili
for, like,
cheese
the
dog.
little one?
No, I'll do what I want.
Okay.
You need an
And then
extra
it'll get
crock pot.
left out all
Yes,
night, and then it'll
absolutely.
get dumped out the next morning.
No,
It doesn't
chili
matter.
cheese dogs the next day. Chili cheese dogs.
With the
Super
losers.
wieners. Super wieners.
Those are the biggest
What was
wieners
that?
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, me too. Sugardale.
Like, I started...
Is that what it was?
I was taking
And
them...
they're good. They taste good.
You
I
know
took-
where we found
so-
that?
Yeah, they were pretty good.
So I feel like it's just, at this point, nobody's listening to this.
No,
but I want to
nobody
explain
cares.
for the public.
Nobody cares.
So, somebody brought up this gigantic brick of wieners to our camper
And they
for.
were humongous.
So I cut it open, and it's like one of those beds you get that's all like in a Rubik's cube size box. And you cut it open, and it's like, oh, here's a king bed.
No,
It was like that. So
they were like an inch and a half diameter.
so I
Yes,
cut it
they're
open, and I
huge.
take it out, I'm like, what the fuck? And then when you cooked them, they got bigger. Like there wasn't buns big enough to hold them.
Now,
No.
so what's funny is I looked for them everywhere, never thinking to look at the Bolivar
Yeah,
store.
turns out.
Oh, is
So
that where
then-
they came from?
Listen,
There
so
they
I
were.
found them on a maybe Thursday, Friday night, whatever night. And so we were talking about them later on that night, and I said, John, I
I found
figured
your
out.
big wieners.
I figured out.
He's like, what? Was it hanging out?
He said, no, I saw somebody carrying them out at
Yes.
the Bolivar supermarket.
I was getting
And I was
beer.
like, I
and-
was going
Damn
to
it.
tell you, damn it.
I was getting beer and bread, and there was somebody in front of me. I looked, I'm like, son of a bitch.
This is where they came
There's
from.
those wieners.
But we have no idea who bought them.
All right, were you
It
guys
was Melissa.
It was Melissa?
Yeah.
were you guys there for the sausage sandwiches?
No.
And you weren't there for the Reubens.
No.
Wasn't there for the Rubens.
Why are you
Sausage
trying to guilt them?
sandwiches. When was that?
That was last
Week before
week.
last.
On a
Oh.
Thursday?
Now you're being
Yeah.
a dick.
That was that.
Dude,
That's what
I
I,
got
said. That's
I got
oh,
some great big English toasting bread. These great big
I saw
sausage
them.
patty.
I'm
And then the
pretty sure-
Reubens. All right, my favorite thing from the past weekend is when Dave was fucking with you, and he goes, "So where were you guys Thursday? Because you didn't come up Friday either, right?"
No.
No.
He's
it
like,
was
"Where
a
were
Said
you?
again.
Where were you Thursday?" And they're like, "We had to work. We can't come up." And he was like, "Oh, you should have been there for the Reubens." And he's like, "Where were you guys last night?" And you're like, "Oh, we had a football game down in bumfuck wherever." And he's like, "Oh, you should have been there. Ange made cheeseburger soup."
Yeah.
And then Lactash almost went fucking like postal. What the fuck?
I'm like, what the hell? I thought that was supposed to be. True story.
The cheeseburger soup is fucking ridiculous.
It is. Like, it's probably the simplest thing ever to make.
I have the recipe, but I can't share it.
And
I can get it from Ange.
She won't give it to you.
Kristi was,
bet
she
you will.
was being mean to me a little bit because I've been fucking with Dave a lot. Like, I've been just on him about
About
dumb
not
stuff.
working on Fridays and stuff
And
like that.
so
and I'm
he,
like,
He gave it all back.
He did.
That's what good
I wish I
friends
remember.
are about.
I wish I remember what you were busting his balls about
Just
before we
everything.
went riding on Saturday.
It was
Because it made me laugh so fucking hard. I'm like,
It was him working on Fridays. Like, I just kept busting.
And then
So-
he said that he passed out at 6:38 p.m.
he did.
2 weeks before.
And I just
Yeah.
kept
So,
giving it
What
to Dave.
what Pam and I talked about on the podcast that we can't publish ever for any reason that we made last night. Isn't it weird how life puts you on like this weird course? And then like we were talking last night, like we just ended up at our campsite. Like I didn't walk around to all the campsites and pick that campsite.
No.
It was just like I walked down there and even Pam was like, fuck that place. Because the camper that was on it was the sketchiest thing in the world.
It wasn't about the spot. It was
Right,
about
but-
the camper.
But she's like, what the fuck is wrong with your head? I'm like, oh,
called it the race
this is a
camper.
cool view. We'll get rid of that camper. Like, it'll be good. She's like, no.
Because I couldn't get past the
Right.
ew,
I know.
But
camper that was
if
there.
we weren't in that spot, we would have never met Dave or
Right.
Johnny Mexico or
Bundy. Yeah.
or all those guys who are like my
Barbie.
bros now.
Yeah.
Like, I love those guys.
Yeah.
And Ange and Cindy and all
Yes.
those, like,
And
and Sherry and Susie and everybody that's around us. I love those people. They're
was
good people.
Timmy there? That's where.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I bought his camper.
Yeah.
I remember the proposal at one point.
Name dropping. Kick him off.
Timmy.
Mute him.
No.
But
I don't like Timmy.
Sorry, the camper was scary.
it was
Same.
old and sketchamundo. It was falling apart. And Pam's like, no. So Piper and I went up there and stayed, I think, 3 times that year. Because I bought it on the 4th of July.
Gave her a bath when
and
she
I'm
came
like,
home.
and then what's funny is
Just
we had our other camper and we stayed up in the circle, and Donnie and Chris stayed in that camper for Labor Day. And they left early. I feel like
Yes.
they're like, nope.
yes.
We were here for one night.
True
no.
story. Just saying. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
to see where that started, that's what I'm saying. Like, you take these weird paths in life.
Yeah.
Like, Dave is
Do
my
it again.
boy. I
Yeah.
love Dave. I love Bundy.
Yes.
I love Johnny Mexico.
Yes.
I love those guys.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, how else would you meet those people? Well, I feel
Well, I
like,
met them through you, John.
well, I'm a conduit for good people.
That's awesome. I love that I can run my wire through you.
You can.
Oh.
You
That
can.
kind of sounded weird.
I mean,
And,
I'm not sure that that's a good thing.
What?
Oh,
Well,
God.
and also, I love you guys. You're good friends.
We love hanging out. And I feel like we're always trying to hang out.
I'm always happy when you guys come over. Like, as soon as I see you guys, I'm like, oh, my friends are here. That's all.
and somebody else did a podcast with John except me.
Whoa, you were totally involved.
No, I mean, not just me. Can I hire you every time he wants to do a podcast so
Yes.
it's more
Sure.
interesting?
All right.
Just let
So
us
you know
know.
what? You know what? You
I'm-
guys have inspired me to get like famous people on the podcast from here on out.
She's
What
dropping off
famous
the rent.
people do we know?
I'm gonna find them, and then you guys can be like,
I
look,
got some famous
Ever-
What did she say?
ever since John
Dude,
found all
that's
these
so hilarious.
famous people, we
Read that
never get
text.
Nope.
That's
That
funny.
was me that said it. I'm gonna put rent in one of the vehicles. Pick me, LOL. That's what I responded.
So I have the
That's
best,
his
the
renter.
best tenant
Oh.
ever. Like, we're not gonna name drop, but she's like,
Oh,
she
I
wants
see what you
to
said.
Yes.
put rent in somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's like the end of the month
in
here.
my
so
hands.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
not even yet.
my Chevy's not there. Her car's not there. She's like,
Oh.
there's only a
She's gonna
Ford
say
there.
your car's not fucking here.
She's gonna lock the rent in some vehicle, and I hope I have the
Wait.
fucking spare key. It's great though.
I have to put my kid in bed.
Yes.
Your
I'm
kid's
ready to
still
go
up?
too.
Yes. What? My kid?
I'm not positive that's my kid.
Oh my god.
That's the loudest I could possibly do that.
That
sound.
was super loud.
This is
Like,
a whole nother podcast.
Have you met her and have you met him?
Have you looked at her?
I'm pretty sure.
Good thing she wasn't a boy.
Oh God.
I know.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit your head on there.
All right, buddies.
Goodbye, people.
I love you all.
You know, today, since the girls don't know anything about football in class, I said to Cole, instead right now, why can't I just be a boy right now instead of a girl?
Oh.
Oh.
Because in football,
Well, you could be a girl that plays football.
yeah.
Or you could.
Nope.
I'll stop.
Yeah.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope.
No.
All right. I love you guys.
Night, guys.
All right.
All right. You're going to play the music?
Yeah, I'll add it in. It'll just.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna mix it in later.
John's like, no.
Oh my god.
I'm still recording.
Stop.
Love you guys. See ya. You guys have to say bye.
You totally knew where I was going. No. No.